Newton's third law of motion. This is very simple. To every action, there is equal and opposite reactions, or we can write action and reaction are equal and opposite. मतलब जब भी हम लोग किसी बॉडी पर फोर्स अप्लाई करते हैं तो वो बॉडी से बॉडी भी फोर्स अप्लाई करेगा। जैसे अगर हम इस वॉल पर हिट कर रहे हैं तो मुझे चोट भी लगेगी। क्यों चोट लग रही है? क्योंकि मैं फोर्स अप्लाई कर रहा हूँ, ये एक्शन हो गया, तो इसका एक रिएक्शन फोर्स भी होगा जिसकी वजह से यहाँ पर चोट महसूस हो रही है। ठीक है। उसी तरह से पानी में जो बोटमैन है, बोट जब चलाता है वो तो क्या करता है? ए बोटमैन pushes water backward. This is action. And as a result, water pushes the boat forward. This is reaction. ठीक है। इसी तरह से we are able to walk on the surface of earth. It is due to action reaction force. We are applying force on the surface of earth. As a result, the surface of earth is also applying force on us, the reaction force. As a result, we are able to move on the surface of earth. So there are many examples of action and reaction. Wherever there is action, there is equal and opposite reaction. This is Newton's third law of motion. Okay. So it's very simple. Now the laws of motions are very simple. First law, second law and third law. In second law, you have one formula, F is equal to ma. So some numerical problems which are very simple are asked on that formula. Okay. So let us take one example to understand how to solve that type of problems. Okay. So here I have one question. A car of mass 800 kg moving at 54 km per hour is brought to rest over a distance of 15 meter. Find the retarding force. We have to calculate the force. So let us write the informations which are given in question. Given mass is equal to 800 kg. This is in SI unit. So we don't need to change this. Initial velocity u is equal to 54 km per hour. Now this is not in SI unit, because the SI unit of velocity is meter per second. So just change this into SI unit. 54 into 5 by 18 meter per second. 18 3 is 54. So it is 15 meter per second. And it is brought to rest. So the final velocity is 0. And distance traveled during this interval of time is 15 meter. We have to calculate the retarding force. So we know that the formula of force is F is equal to m into A. Mass is already available here. So we have to find the acceleration. Now we know the equation of motions. We will apply that using equation of motion. V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. So V square, that is 0 square, is equal to 15 square plus 2 into A into 15. So it is 0, and this 15 to is 30 minus 30A. Minus 30A is equal to 15 into 15. 15 square can be written as 15 into 15. Therefore, A is equal to 15 into 15 upon 2 into 15. And this is minus A actually, okay? माइनस ए, और माइनस ए इज इक्वल टू 15, 15 कैंसिल, दिस इज इक्वल टू 15/2 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर, और ए इज इक्वल टू -15/2 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर। अब क्या है, फोर्स। नाउ फोर्स इज इक्वल टू m इंटू ए, जस्ट पुट द वैल्यू, मास इज 800 and acceleration is -15/2, this will cancel 400, so this is 6000. The value is in negative, it means the force is retarding force. Okay, so better will be to calculate force in this way. The force is retarding force, so it will create negative acceleration or retardation. So force is equal to m into minus a, and therefore this will be 800 into the value of minus a is 15/2, and this will cancel out 400 times and you will get 6000 न्यूटन. दिस इज योर आंसर. तो अगर ऐसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे तो यहाँ पर वैल्यू नेगेटिव में आ रही है ना, तो आपको कन्फ्यूजन होगा कि फोर्स की वैल्यू नेगेटिव कैसे है. तो नेगेटिव इसलिए है क्योंकि फोर्स एक वेक्टर क्वांटिटी है, और जब फोर्स अपोजिट है, मोशन के डायरेक्शन के अपोजिट काम कर रहा है, तो उसकी वैल्यू नेगेटिव आ रही है. ठीक है, या फिर आपके लिए सिंपल ये है कि आप जान रहे हैं कि रिटार्डिंग फोर्स है, तो रिटार्डिंग फोर्स में m इंटू ए की जगह पर हम लोग क्या लेना है, माइनस ए. तो आपको डायरेक्टली ये आंसर मिल जाएगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगा. ठीक है ना. तो जब भी कोई रिटार्डिंग फोर्स किसी बॉडी पर काम कर रहा है तो फोर्स की वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगी, फोर्स इज इक्वल टू मास इंटू रिटार्डेशन, या उसी को हम लोग कहते हैं नेगेटिव एक्सेलरेशन. तो उसकी वैल्यू रख देंगे तो ये वैल्यू आपको मिल जाएगी जो कि 6000 न्यूटन है. ठीक है ना. तो ऐसे ही सिंपल न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम दिए जाते हैं जो सेकंड लॉ ऑफ मोशन है उसी पर बेस्ड, जो कि आप लोग आसानी से कर सकते हैं. ठीक है ना. तो ऐसे और भी क्वेश्चन जो प्रैक्टिस प्रॉब्लम में होंगे बुक के, उसको आप करिएगा, जिससे आपका कॉन्सेप्ट और भी बेहतर हो जाएगा. ठीक है ना. और देखिए, लॉज को हमको रटना नहीं है, लॉज को समझा जाता है. जब समझेंगे तो आप बहुत आसानी से लिख सकते हैं, और क्वेश्चन भी उससे रिलेटेड पूछा जाएगा तो आप आसानी से समझ सकते हैं और कर सकते हैं. ठीक है ना. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट न्यूटन्स लॉज ऑफ मोशन. Newton's law of gravitation. This is another important law which describes the magnitude of force of attraction between any two bodies of the universe. This is very simple and it was proposed by Newton to predict the magnitude of force between any two bodies of the universe. So let us know the statement of this law, and after that we can explain with the help of suitable examples. So this law states that the force of attraction between any two bodies of the universe is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of distance between the bodies. This is the statement of Newton's law of gravitation. That is, the force of attraction between any two bodies of the universe is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of distance between the bodies, or we can say between the centers of the body. So if you suppose two bodies, let us suppose this is first body and this is second body. This body has mass m1, mass is equal to m1, and this body has mass m2. The distance between the centers of these two bodies is d. Then according to Newton's first law of motion, then according to Newton's law of gravitation, force of attraction, gravitational force of attraction between these two bodies is directly proportional to product of the masses of two bodies, and it is inversely proportional to square of the distance between the centers of the two bodies. When we combine equation 1 and 2, we can write force is proportional to m1 into m2 by d square, or we can write F is equal to g into m1 into m2 by d square, where g is called universal gravitational constant, and the value of g is equal to 6.67 into 10 power 11 Newton meter square per kg square. This is the value of g, and it is called universal gravitational constant. It means the value of capital G, which is universal gravitational constant, is fixed for any body. That is, wherever you go, the value of universal gravitational constant is fixed throughout the universe. Okay. Now, this is the expression for gravitational force between any two bodies of the universe. It does not matter whether the body is small or large. The magnitude of force will be according to this formula, that is F is equal to G m1 into m2 by d square. m1 is the mass of first body, m2 is the mass of second body, and d is the distance between the centers of the two bodies. So each and every body present in this universe are attracted by one another according to this law. Okay, and this law is universal in application. So it is not only that it is valid on the surface of earth. Throughout the universe, wherever you go, this law is universal in application. That is, all the bodies of universe are attracted by one another, and the magnitude of force is F is equal to G m1 into m2 by r square. Now, with the help of this concept, we can also derive a formula for acceleration due to gravity. So let us do that. Expression for acceleration due to Now this acceleration due to gravity is denoted by small g. Now one of the most important question is that give some differences between capital G and small g. So you must know that capital G represents universal gravitational constant, while small g represents acceleration due to gravity. Now let us suppose a body on the surface of earth. This is our earth, and there is a body on the surface of earth. It is a body. Okay. Now the radius of earth is RE and the radius of body is small r. So the distance between the centers of these two bodies, that is the earth and a small body on the surface of earth, will be RE plus r. This is the distance between the centers. Okay, let us suppose that the mass of Earth is equal to me and the mass of body is small m. Okay, then according to this formula we can find out the magnitude of force of attraction, gravitational force of attraction imposed by Earth on this body. So the force of attraction between the two bodies, that is Earth and this body, will be F is equal to G m1, that is the mass of Earth, m1 into m2 upon d square. So we can write F is equal to G mass of Earth into mass of body by distance square, that is Re plus R whole square. This will be the magnitude of gravitational force of attraction imposed by Earth on this body, small body. Okay, now we know that the value of radius of any body will be very small as compared to the radius of Earth. Let us suppose a body like this, a duster is kept on the surface of Earth. Then the length, or we can say radius, of this duster will be quite small as compared to the radius of the Earth. So we can ignore this quantity. Since r is very small than Re, therefore d is almost equal to capital Re. So we can write F is equal to G mass of Earth into mass of body by Re square. This is the magnitude of gravitational force of attraction imposed by Earth on this body. Now we also know that this body has weight, and weight is given by mass into acceleration due to gravity. You know that force is equal to mass into acceleration. This is the basic formula for force according to Newton's second law of motion. We have already read that F is equal to ma. So we can write F is equal to m into g, and this force of attraction, or we can say the force with which Earth attracts any body towards its center, is called weight, and so we can write weight is equal to m into g. Okay, so in place of force we can put this value m into g. Since F is equal to m into g, weight of body, so we can write therefore m into g is equal to g me into m upon Re square. M is the mass of body, so it will cancel out and we will get the expression for g, that is acceleration due to gravity, is equal to capital G into me, that is mass of Earth, by radius of Earth square. So this is the expression for acceleration due to gravity. So this is the expression for acceleration due to gravity. Okay, for any planet you can use this formula. As for example, we can write G for any planet is equal to capital G into mass of that planet upon radius of that planet square of the radius of that planet. So this will be formula for calculation of acceleration due to gravity on any planet. Okay, and the value of acceleration due to gravity varies from planet to planet. You can easily understand this fact. As for example, in the formula of acceleration due to gravity, there is mass of planet and radius of planet. You know very well that all the planets of solar system have different mass and different radius. So the value of G on their surface will also differ. Okay, but the value of universal gravitational constant is always fixed. Okay, and you know that its value is 6.67 into 10 power 11 Newton meter square per kg square. So this is fixed throughout the universe, but the value of acceleration due to gravity, which is small g, it is represented by small g, it varies from planet to planet. Okay, so this is simple concept of capital G and small g. You can easily differentiate between universal gravitational constant and acceleration due to gravity. Okay, so let us differentiate with some important points. Differences between capital G and small g. Okay, capital G and small g. It is universal gravitational constant. It is acceleration due to gravity. The value of G is constant throughout the universe. It is given by, we know that F is equal to G m1 into m2 upon d square. So we can write G is equal to F into d square upon m1 into m2. This is third point actually. You know the value of G, you can write here G is equal to 6.67 into 10 power 11 Newton meter square per kg square, and this is the formula. Its value changes from place to place, even on the same planet. Even on the same planet, the value of small g, that is acceleration due to gravity, changes. So you can simply understand that the value of small g is not a constant quantity for the universe. For representation of data, we can use G is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. This is approx value, but it varies from place to place. Another difference is the unit. The unit of capital G is Newton meter square per kg square, while that of small g, it is meter per second square, which is the unit of acceleration. And its formula is G is equal to G into m of planet by r square of planet. That is, for Earth, you can write small g is equal to capital G into me by re square. Okay. So these are some important differences between capital G and small g. Similarly, another important difference is between weight and mass. Difference between weight and mass. This is another very important difference in this chapter. Weight and mass. First of all, weight is, it is the force by which Earth attracts any body towards its center. Okay, it is the force by which Earth attracts any body towards its center. So you can easily calculate its value by formula G, F is equal to G m1 into, in place of m1 you can write me, that is the mass of Earth, mass of body, upon re plus r whole square. I have shown you in the same class. Mass, it is a matter contained in a body. It is a matter contained in a body. Okay. It is a force, so its unit will be, SI unit is Newton, CGS unit is Dyne. Okay, you know very well 1 Newton is equal to kg meter per second square, and Dyne is equal to gram centimeter per second square. The unit of mass, SI unit of mass is kilogram and CGS unit is gram. It is force, therefore it is a vector quantity. It is a vector quantity, but mass is a scalar quantity. Now weight is equal to m into g. This is the basic formula for weight. Weight is equal to m into g. So here in this formula mass is constant, but the value of acceleration due to gravity changes from place to place. So the value of weight will also change from place to place. Suppose if the weight of body in Delhi is 1 Newton, and if you take that body to another place, then certainly the value of weight will change, but the value of mass will not change. Mass is a fixed quantity, it does not change from place to place. So you can write here, it changes from place to place, but mass is a fixed quantity. Mass is a fixed quantity and it does not change from place to place. So if you take a body from Earth to the surface of Moon, the weight of body will certainly change, but the mass of body will not change. And there is a relationship. The acceleration due to gravity of Moon is equal to 1/6 into acceleration due to gravity of Earth. So the weight of body on Earth is equal to 1/6 of, weight of body on Moon is equal to 1/6 of weight of body on Earth. But the mass is fixed quantity. This is very important concept. It has been asked for many times in examinations. So the mass of body will not change. If you take a particular body from Earth to the surface of Moon, its mass will remain as such. It will not change, but the weight will become 1/6 of the weight on the surface of Earth. Okay. So these are some important difference between weight and mass. One more thing, weight is measured by spring balance. Okay. And mass is measured by physical balance. Physical balance. You must have seen like this. This is physical balance. Okay. And spring balance like this. There is a gradation, and here there is a spring with the help of which we can measure the weight. Okay. So these are some important differences between weight and mass. So this is all about this chapter, and this chapter mainly focus on 3 important laws of motion and a universal law of gravitation. These are 4 important laws which are included in this chapter. Only suggestion which I would like to give you is that try to read your textbook at least 2 to 3 times and then practice some questions which are given in the exercise. That will increase your ability to understand the facts and you will easily do that. Okay. Thank you so much.